Imagine a game where you can operate in your own town, running emergency operations, playing a game simulating first responders. High intensity situations where you're in charge of all 3 emergency teams, and if they fail, you have to answer for it. Well, if this interests you, this game is for you. The Global Rescue demo is out and it's free to play in hype of the upcoming game this year. And today I decided to play it. It starts by letting you know how to report bugs or suggest features, which is amazing. It's great to see game devs really care about their game, and this is why I always tend to lean more indie for gaming. At the start, we can pick between Berlin, Germany and Orlando, USA. I picked USA, but in the full game you'll be able to pick literally anywhere, and they mean everywhere. It doesn't matter if you live in the middle of nowhere, they intend for you to build and run global rescue right outside of your front door. You can choose your starting first responder. I chose police, but you can also choose firefighters. Right now you can't currently choose ambulance, but you will be able to in the final version of the game, and I believe they also intend to have SWAT. After a quick call from the mayor, you can start choosing your base location, and one of the coolest parts in my opinion, you can build your base. I chose to put it near the lake. I was aiming to be in the middle of the map, but looking back, I don't particularly think I accomplished that. It's definitely more far right leaning and more upper map, so that definitely was not great. I did kind of also choose a place near kind of fucky roads, which did end up fucking me a few times as the game went on. Like, for some reason the NPC cars just like were causing chaos for my fire engines. I do wonder if in the final game crime will depend on what crime rates are actually like in the city you choose, and the hardness is dependent on where you choose. Like in a small town, you know, maybe there's small family disputes, nothing crazy, very easy to get around because it's a small area, whereas in big cities it's harder to get around and crime is more severe. Like you're trying to get through New York City, but there's like riots on the street, or maybe it's just really crazy and busy and it takes longer to get to scenes. I hope so, because this would just be really interesting and add a new layer of like being able to choose where you build your base. I couldn't figure out building for like a second. I don't know, I was having a hard time, but I created this cursed office, but I fixed it, don't worry. I have a kitchen with literally a fridge. Like, we don't even have a microwave, there's no counters, it's just a fridge. So I don't know if they're going to add more building options later down the line, or they're like, stop making it a building simulator when it's not a building simulator. I don't know. I built a little office with nothing as to not distract my little minions from their job. But of course I did build a rec room. I told them that they're always welcome in here to unwind, but little do they know my promotions will be based on who uses this rec room the least. Lastly, a bathroom with 1 toilet for my tens of staff, because bathroom breaks are for slackers and we don't promote that. Apparently I needed a bedroom, but once again, anyone who uses this will be on my list of people to fire. Something that really did piss me off though when I was building was I built the main area, right? Like I built the rectangle where I wanted my whole space to be, only to realize that that was the office floor and I couldn't overlay any other flooring. So for example, to put the kitchen down, I had to demolish the office section where I wanted the kitchen and replace the kitchen floor, which would often delete other pieces of furniture, and this just pissed me off. Like, why could I not overlay it or just select walls and then select what room I wanted to be what? Like, why do I have to build it in chunks like that? That's just really annoying. After I took way too long creating my home base, I think that's my Sims background showing, I finally hired some employees, but literally why was every single one so trash? I tried to hire a middle ground of like good reliability and they all had skill, but they literally none of them had skill. Like, I kid you not. So I basically just went whatever was the cheapest. They like all sucked, like genuinely. I don't even Anyways, so my idea was cheapest with good reliability, and then we can train the skill because they all had bad skills. So why am I paying $10 for someone with the same bad skill level as like an $8 one? Anyways, I never found a train button, so I guess they just learn on the job and that's how they get trained up, which is a great thing to do for literal first responders who people rely on. Anyways, we finally got to handle our first emergency. I took a second to figure out how to handle it, but I did get there eventually, I promise. Also, why are my patrol cars parked so horribly? I guess this is the bad skill coming out. We got our first proper call.
Drunk people are rioting at a train station. The situation must be de-escalated and the perpetrators must be arrested.
Now things need to happen fast. Send the correct vehicles by clicking on them and dispatching them to the emergency site.
And we sent our car to go and handle it. Off both my cars went to sort their problems out. They took forever, but once they finally got there, I had to tell them what to do. For some reason, so glad my cops can't even figure out their own jobs. I had to tell them to arrest the perpetrators first and then question the witnesses. There's a time on each thing, so I just kind of went with whatever had less time, do that first, whatever had more time, do it second, obviously. But I get why, like, obviously if we didn't do that, our our management job would be pretty useless, but I just cannot believe we have to tell our police to like arrest the perpetrator. Like, what? It's a very clear management game, so you're not answering calls or playing as police or doing all that on the ground stuff. You are assigning tasks, managing budgets. So day one, you can see I've listened into calls, sent my cars where they needed to be assigned. Then I assign them the task when they got there. Then you have to wait while they do that so I can assign new task, whether that be in a different area or the secondary task they have to do. It's definitely a game for if you love management. Like, it's kind of like playing Planet Zoo for the management side rather than so you can look at cute animals. Like, it's very management heavy. I've seen some people say like, well, isn't this like 911 operator and such? No, it's not really like that. You're not actually involved in any calls, nor really the outcome. You're just kind of managing your stupid staff who can't manage to do it on their own, so they'll actually go and do something. I do hope that in the future, like, we can do more management, because there wasn't actually that much managing. You're kind of building the station, controlling how many employees you have, controlling your budget, and like the outcome of like everything. So it is literally just a click and tap game, which I don't mind. I like management games. A few times though, I was told a call was on hold waiting for staff, but I was so confused because I had 4 callers who were just standing around by their desks but not sitting on their desks. So I don't know what happened there. Like, I thought I had a good chunk of employees, like 4 employees to about like 6 different emergency vehicles. I thought that was for sure fine, but I'm not sure. You can also research things, which is cool, but also pretty common for management games. It's kind of to be expected. After doing like 2 things right, I've been told that I need to take control of the fire station as well, so that's great. So apparently with the firefighters, due to it fitting 9 seats, if you send like 1 fire truck, it sent like 4 guys, and they all go, so I don't know if I can assign them to cars or if I just needed more firefighters. Once I got 3 trucks and added a few more firefighters, they did split up into like teams of 2 to like control all 3 trucks, but I don't know what was happening at the beginning, so it'd be nice if we could like specifically assign staff to cars, because yeah, why are you all going in 1 car when I have 2 cars waiting at the station? The building part in this game frustrated me so badly. It was clunky and I was struggling to figure it out. Plus, I don't know if I'm stupid, but I couldn't find an undo button, which led to a lot of mistakes. Like, I went in negative 10 grand, I think, just trying to figure out the garages, which I just could not figure out for a good chunk of time, so that was really frustrating. And I hate that things are snapped onto the grid, but like you can't unsnap them, or like, I don't know, it's kind of funky.
A dog was left in a car that keeps getting hotter and hotter.
I sent police to rescue a dog,
The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task rescue the dog from the car and are waiting for new instructions.
but apparently they couldn't do it. Thankfully that meant I could send the fire to do it while police found the motherfucker who left the dog in a hot car, because what the hell. But I don't know, can police just not break the window? Like, I don't know.
The dog was successfully rescued and cared for.
Anyways, we saved the puppy, so don't even worry, but it was a bit stressful for a second. Here, I was a bit smarter. I originally sent police to do a building acceptance, but it did say it was building acceptance for fire requirements, so I ended up sending fire to do that one, only for our fire truck to be caught in like a traffic jam for a really long time for some reason. I finally got a car wash in my station so we could squeaky clean our car. I don't know why I have to have a literal gas station. Like, mind you, I had to place a gas station and a car wash. Like, we seriously can't just go to the ones in town. I've seen police cars at servos in real life. Anyways, the animation for the car wash was like actually a lot cleaner than I expected, no pun intended. But I just don't understand like why I need to put a actual gas station on my lot. Like, a car wash, fine, maybe like they're getting real dirty, you know, maybe for when you hit a pedestrian you want to wash the blood off, I get it. But seriously, a gas station, there's no way it is logical for a small town to have a gas station. I really hope this is not a necessity, because if you are running a small town police like station near your like small town, why would they build a literal gas station when there's a gas station up the road that old Jerry runs, when you can just go there? Like, one thing I wish was a feature, and maybe it is and I'm stupid, is down in the corner it'll say little notices like City Festival, could be pickpocketing issues, like just telling you that because it's going to be really crowded, you're going to have some probably issues that are going to involve the police. But then it won't tell me where this is, and it won't even tell me if the emergencies that come forth from this are from this city like town or not. And I just, if they told me where this like issue or this point of concern was, I could send police there to just hover around the situation, if that makes sense. Like, maybe I'm stupid and there was a notification, or maybe it just doesn't make sense for them to do that. that, but I just feel like it makes sense for either them to want me to send police to it anyways to just keep an eye on the situation, or me be able to have a patrol car around, because inevitably some situations are going to arise there. Like, why bother telling me if nothing's going to come from it? Like, there was no extra pickpocketing issues, there was no crazy outburst in one specific area, so I'm like, why bother telling me when nothing's going to come from it?
Unfortunately, the demo is already coming to an end. The game will end in 5 minutes.
The game tells me it's going to end in 5 minutes. Like, really? I've been playing this game for only an hour. I know it's a demo. I know demos only usually last an hour. But guys, I'm having so much fun. We had a few missions repeat itself, such as the dog call, but I do think they'll be more varied when the game comes out, especially because I did see some notification they were asking for mission writers, and they also are going to have a mission editor thing, along with mods that will probably make it more interesting. And they did say they would have a ton more stuff once the game is in full force. They probably just wanted to, one, hide some more interesting missions for the final game, and also they probably haven't got all the missions fully ready. Like I said, this is a demo, so yeah, we need to be a bit, generous with what we're expecting. Another thing is I saw a lot of reviews saying that this game was somewhat glitchy. It is a demo. I didn't experience any glitchiness actually, unless that traffic jam was meant to be a glitch, and that's not really meant to happen. But overall, I didn't experience too much glitchiness, considering I was playing on a gaming laptop that is like 5 years old. But I don't know, I don't think it was that bad, and obviously this is a demo, so they're gonna fix things at the end of the day. I'm just having so much fun. I honestly cannot wait for this game to come out fully. I'm definitely gonna buy it. I'm definitely gonna play the game to its completion, because it is a really addicting game. I just love a good management game that is challenging but not overly frustrating. We did get another evaluation with 100% success missions and overall positive results, bringing us to over $100,000 in our bank. So in this game, you get evaluations. I think it looks like it's at the end of every day. I don't know if they're going to change this so it's not at the end of every day, but at this current point in the demo, you get an evaluation, and depending on what you do, they increase your budget and give you like a bonus. So my one thing with this, it did feel really easy. Like, I was in the negative like 10 grand, and then in the next like 10 minutes I got a bonus and I went up to having $100,000. So that's a bit easy. Like, I hope they don't make it that easy, because me going in negatives shouldn't be that easy to get out of. It should be a costly mistake. So I do hope in the future they either like take a little bit longer for the evaluation to come, or it's not as generous, or like, I don't know, I like a bit of challenge, and I feel like that was a little bit too easy. So the game ends reminding us we only get a brief taste of this game, telling us, it says in the full game we can expect to play any city, like I mentioned before, so many more missions, which I did say I'm sure would be happening, and like I said, ambulance and SWAT included as well. We will be able to edit missions and mod the game, so this is of course exciting, not just for me, but I know a ton of gamers really like to see when games can be modded, because this involves the community so much more and gives people a chance to make the game more replayable, which usually makes your money worth more. And we'll be able to build multiple bases and expand the map area, which I'm excited for, because I love expanding things and love being able to grow out and like challenge myself. And while this short demo was only an hour and was only a taste, I honestly had so much fun playing it, which gives me so much hope for what the full game is going to be like. It was challenging but still very fun, and while I have my hopes for this game, I love to be able to control staff rosters and have more in-depth management. Like, I don't like that we can't train our staff, we can't like take them on maybe training things or do like training stuff in the rec room or by a whiteboard when no one's on a mission. And I don't like that we can't really control their rosters. Like, I'd love to be able to say like, these staff have a 48-hour day, and so they sleep when they can, and then they work, and like, and they go home and new staff come. Like, I know that would be really intense, but for a management game that like is a management, like, you're not doing anything but management, I hope they add more management possibilities, if that makes sense. But I'm still so excited. I don't have anything bad to say. Its expected release date is this year, but there is no official month or day that's been announced. I believe they said they're expecting Q2 2026, so the announcement of the month or day should be relatively soon, but has not been quite announced just yet. And if you think this game is something you're interested in, it is on Steam, and the demo is of course free. You're not losing anything by playing. It only took me about just over an hour, so you're only wasting an hour if you don't like it, and you don't have to finish it if you don't like it, but I definitely recommend giving it a try while it's free and you can enjoy the demo before you decide if you do want this game. And hopefully when I get my hands on the full game, my police can park better.